Hey everyone, welcome back to another Anime Kingdom reviews. You can see my title below. This is on episode 19 of Macross Delta. And finally, yes, it is out. The subs are out. We had to wait quite a while, but at least it's not too long. I mean, come on, you guys remember, I forget which episode it was, but I think we had to wait till like Thursday or Friday. It was pretty damn crazy of a wait. And it was practically like, I mean, kind of good in the fact that like, oh, after you watch it, it's like only a couple days to the next one, but in compare, you know, when you think about it, you actually have to wait super long just to watch that one. But luckily, we didn't have to wait too long, even though it is like a couple days late, maybe a day late. But still, pretty good episode. Definitely enjoyed it. It was an info dump, if I say so myself. Had a lot of information in this episode, and I could definitely see for all you people who've, you know, been longtime fans and watched multiple of the Macross series, you guys probably love this one, or I would think. Like, there was a lot of mentions and a lot of different things mentioning all the other Macross. I'm not too sure if they mentioned every single one. As I said before, this is the first time I've ever, you know, Macross Delta is the first Macross I've ever watched in any of the Macross series. But this is definitely, for an anime watcher only, still pretty good. Like, I got a lot of information that I did not know from before, and it actually really did a good job of making me want to watch the other Macross series more and more now. After learning bits and bits of each and, you know, every one, learning the main thing, the singers, how music is such a prevalent role in the Macross series, and how in this one there's pretty much the talk of it, you know, music is a weapon. That's what the whole thing is saying in this one. Obviously they don't like it. Watakira don't like it. And of course, the big thing of who is the one who said it? The guy from the damn Epsilon Foundation. I still don't trust this guy. He, like, why would he come here and tell him all this information? He's literally got something planned. It's seriously, like, I don't know. We have, you know, on the other side as well, in the Winderman side, we see that, you know, Royd was also talking all about, you know, all that kind of stuff as well, and pretty much trying to, you know, explain to Keith. And pretty much right here, I told you guys that somewhere along the way we'd have some infighting. You know, Royd has his, like, he has something planned. I'm not too sure on what it is, but he has something planned, and it's not good for everyone. Keith is starting to see it. The guy who was pretty much, I guess, a doctor for Hines had something to say to Keith at the end, but of course we didn't end up really. All of a sudden there's people watching and he had to go. I think he left something on Keith that we might see and learn of in the next episode, but that's another big thing that I've been saying for the past how long, that there's a possibility of infighting because of something going on. I'm not too sure if it's, you know, fully on Royd's fault, or if he's also being kind of controlled in a way without knowing by, of course, the Epsilon Foundation. These guys, like, that guy, literally, like, he's planning something, literally. I feel that he's the one, you know, behind the scenes, controlling the strings and everything. He's on both sides in a way, you know, a merchant, he can sell to each side kind of thing. And I don't know, I just don't trust him, and I have a feeling that in upcoming episodes, he is going to be shown as one of the main villains and one of the main reasons all this is going down. Now, this episode, of course, does show and talk about Mikomo and Freya as well a little bit, pretty much talking about the music and everything and how that is a weapon. Mikomo, we finally get to learn a little bit more about her on the rumors of what the guy from the Epsilon Foundation said, that Lady M has always been an enigma that we don't know about, and she seems to be the one that has been working on a weapon for, you know, using music, and the rumors is that it's Mikomo. And obviously Mikomo is a type, like, she was created, an android or whatever, a life form created to, you know, use music as a weapon, and that's why she's able to, you know, react to, you know, when she sings, the things were reacting the way they did to her. That's the big rumor and everything. Of course, all Watakira is like, that's not what it is. We even see for the first time Freya's heart, her rune, go like blood red when she was getting pissed off at the Epsilon guy. And it was kind of weird to see the Epsilon Foundation guy, like, with his whatever you call those things that you smoke on. It's like going around looking at everyone. It's like, what is he, like, looking like this, like, hey guys, blah 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 blah. That was a little weird, but overall, I gotta say, this episode, I really enjoyed it for the amount of information that we got on it. Now, like I said before, I've never watched any of the other Macross series before, so there was a lot of things that were kind of like flown over my head because I didn't really know who these were. You know, specifically, we do get a little bit on like Miraj's parents for one thing. The Virage, or the, I forget what they were called, but they were something that attacked the humans. They ended up leaving to another dimension, and they left like what's it called, fold bacteria, to which that is how the VARS virus came to be. So it's pretty interesting that all of these are being connected. Like, that's one of the things that I really love when you're watching a series that goes on and on with different, you know, different ones. It's always so cool to learn of the connections. I also got to, you know, listen to some of the songs that I've never heard of, all the ones from the other Macross series. That was pretty cool as well. We also get a new ending as well, which I also really enjoyed. And this episode did a really good job of building up to what's going to be coming. This was a huge info dump to pretty much talk about everything, like a recap of everything in the Macross series, I guess, in a way, and pretty much also show that music is a weapon. Show the things of the infighting between the Wintermen, potential what is Lady M doing, the huge mystery of Mikomo. Was she really an android? What is she really? Was she created? What, that's the big question. Her. Now, we got a little bit of the love triangle thing going on here, but I guess I'm going to tell you guys this right now. I'm sorry, but I still don't see it. It's not going to happen. We're not going to have any Mirage entering the love triangle, in my opinion. It's just, like I've said before, it feels forced. And even in this episode where you think, oh, there's that moment where she's holding his hand and everything, talking to him, pretty much confesses in a way, kind of thing, she needs him kind of stuff. And you think that, oh, they have a moment there. No, he says, oh, he pretty much friend zoned her by saying, oh, I had a dream where my mother was scolding me. I'm sorry, but it's not gonna happen, Mirage fans. There was like a whole thing that maybe, like I said, I was kind of scared because how Freya would be with him after everything. We don't really get to see how that goes on in this one. Obviously, Freya does feel bad, and after hearing what the other guy said, she didn't like what he was saying and how her thing is a weapon, how she was connected to, obviously what her, singing did to Hayate. So there may be in the next episode some things going on between them at the moment, some kind of fighting or maybe, hesitant kind of actions towards each other. But I still honestly think that this will end with Freya and Hayate being together. It just seems like that's how it's going to be. Honestly, I see no direction where he ends up with Mirage. Sorry, I'm going to continue from right here. Is going to be a little more about the love triangle than everything else for now. I'll get back to everything else for now, but I kind of want to go and talk about this at the moment. So first off, I don't see Mirage having any chance. I'm sorry, any Mirage fans, but from what I've seen throughout the series, throughout this season, is that she's kind of just like his friend. He sees her as a friend. He has these moments where he hugs her, saying thank you for this, thank you for that. He never, gets kind of like, he never feels any different, blushes or anything like she does. It's a one-sided, love. It's not going both ways. Now, when you have with Freya, he had those moments with her like numerous times in these past episodes. He's blushing too. He feels hesitant towards her too. He feels there's a connection between them as well. I just do not see Hayate and Mirage getting together. That's just me. I know there's the whole thing with, it's always the older girl and all that kind of stuff. And like I've said, I've never, watched any of the other Macross series, so I don't know how the love triangles go. And I know some people said the love triangles aren't always as good either. But for this one, honestly, I don't even see a love triangle. I really do not. That's my opinion and thought on the whole thing. But yeah, that's all I really got to say about that part. So let's talk about everything else first off. So I'm kind of interested in obviously everything that has gone on in this episode with the whole recap of everything in the Macross series. It's definitely pretty interesting. Definitely interesting to see everything connecting in a way to this. So some people have been also telling me that there's a possibility that all the girls, or the previous girls from the other Macross series might make a showing in this or something. They might sing and all that kind of stuff, and it's an interesting thought. But I don't know. Is that really a potential thing to happen? I'm not too sure. But overall, like I said before, I actually wanted to talk more about this episode. But like, it's really just a huge info dump talking about songs and music or weapons, and he's pretty much like, I don't know what the Epsilon guy is trying to do right now, why he would say all these kind of things, but it's obviously something he is planning, and he's trying to get underneath their, like, get them mad and questioning themselves, water cure questioning themselves kind of stuff. Lady M is still a huge thing that I want to learn more about. Like, seriously, who is this? Do any of you guys have any thought of who this Lady M is? Because she's actually like seems like a big important person that they always talk about that's hidden, and now we even have the thought of her trying to create a weapon for music, and then now rumors that it might be Mikamo. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. I've been wondering for the whole time we thought about Mikamo was like, connected to this or connected to that, protoculture this, connected, she's an android, she's a like, there's so many different things that have been going up, and here it seems to be the main rumor that might end up being the thing. And now what's crazy about this episode is we didn't get anything on, since Hayate was sleeping, we didn't get anything on his father. So that's another big thing that I was still wondering and want to learn more about. We're probably not going to learn until the next episodes, but like I said, there's only 25 episodes in this season, so we got like 6 more episodes left or something like that. I'm wondering what's going to happen. Things are starting to go down. We're going to have the infighting, like I said before, and I honestly cannot wait for the next episodes. Overall, this episode, as an anime watcher only, it was a good episode. Definitely a lot to take in, but I still definitely enjoyed it. Love seeing all the other Macross series. Love hearing all the songs and everything, and love seeing the connections. The love triangle, I find, like I said, not really a triangle, and I have a feeling Hayate is going to be with Freya, or if something happens between where Freya somehow, like a lot of people might think as well, that's kind of in the back of my head, that maybe Freya may end up dying or something like that happening in this. I still don't see him ending up with Mirage. That's just how I feel, to be honest. And then, of course, like I said before, the infighting. That's another thing with Keith versus Royd, and what does he have planned? What does Epsilon have planned? There's still the whole thing with what the nuns, secret, their behind the scenes guys are planning as well. What are they doing? What do they have planned for all this kind of stuff? That's another thing that we haven't seen in a while, and there's just a lot of things floating around right now that are probably just gonna blow up in our faces in these next episodes, to which I can't wait for it, honestly. But yeah, that's all I gotta say, guys. Hope you enjoyed this Anime Kingdom review. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. This anything I missed and you want to talk about, comment below as well. And if you did enjoy it, for to like, and if you haven't already, feel free to comment, subscribe for more content. It really does help the channel. And yeah, that's all I gotta say, guys. So until next time, see ya.